Hello team, this is Pushkaraj. So today we are going to look at the Spark demo, which is running on Spectrum Scale file system and in Kubernetes environment. So I have listed down few commands that I'm going to use for this presentation, and this is our Kubernetes cluster. So in this Kubernetes cluster we have these three master nodes, and rest are these worker nodes. So we don't have right now any pods, but I'll still show that we don't have any pods right now. What we have here is on all these nodes we have mounted the PVC, which is persistent volume, and we'll quickly list the persistent volumes that we have here. So we have one persistent volume, which is essentially is mapping from GPFS file system. So I have described the same persistent volume. Now this persistent volume is made out of IBM Remote FS Spectrum Scale CSI driver. So behind the screen the CSI driver is running, and it has mounted or created this persistent volume out of file set, which is actually being exported out of a remote file system on a remote cluster. So we can quickly go to that on any of the node to see what is present on that. So what I'll do is I'll go to this path. Now you can see here we have something called a Spark demo. So this folder is containing the demo that we require, and I'll quickly tell you the program and the data which is going to be used. Both are stored on GPFS. Ideally that is not the case, but for this demonstration I have kept both the program and the data on the same GPFS file system. So we'll quickly go through the program. Just open the program that we are going to run. So I'll do this vim. So this is a Spark program which is reading from a file called as 2016 Spark over Stack Overflow survey response.csv. What it is trying to do is it creates a data frame reader out of the CSV file and then run bunch of queries. So it first selects country, occupation, age, and the salary midpoint of the of the survey respondent. Followed by it runs bunch of queries like finding out who are the developers from Afghanistan, and multiple other queries. So I'll just quickly go over the data that I'm going to use in this demo. So I'll edit it. So this is not very well formatted data. It is in CSV format, comma separated value, and you can see every row is one record. So the first line is the header and rest are all the records. So I'll just quit from here, then I'll go to the main master server, and then I'll quickly submit a job to run the same Spark demo application. What I'm essentially going to do here is I'm going to use Spark submit command, and I'm going to submit it to the Kubernetes URL and in deployment mode as cluster, and the program that I'm going to use is the Stack Overflow summary Stack Overflow survey.py. This name is just leftover from earlier execution, so you can ignore this. The main thing is we are executing with 5 executors, and the image that I'm going to use it is from GCRIO for Spark, and I'm mounting the same PVC on both driver and executor programs. So now this PVC contains our program as well as the data. So with this background of this command, I'll just copy this command and execute it. Before I execute, so what I'll do is I'll so before I execute, what I'll do is I'll put another a watch on another folder, another screen tab of the screen. Okay, so the watch is here -w for all the pods which are going to come up, and in the another screen we are going to run the program. So I'm running this program now. Okay, it is started. I'll come to the another screen, and I'm watching the pods which are going to be created and deleted, etc. So this is the live pods which are going to be created. I'll go back to the earlier screen to see what is happening there. Go back to the pod status. Okay, so you can see the driver program is started, like it is running now, and we have a bunch of executor program as well which are being executed right now. We can quickly go to the driver program and see its logs. So I'll go here, I'll start the logs, I'll add -f as flag to see the live logs which are being executed. Okay, we'll go through all this in a minute. Okay, we are done with the program. So what I'll do is I'll run the same command, but I'll redirect the output to Vim, and now you can see so this is little messy output. Right now the debug and info, all the logs are being printed. So from here onwards the output of the program is being printed on the screen, and here the actual queries are being run. So what we'll do is we'll quickly modify the one of the record and see if it make changes here. So let us change output of this query. So we have country, occupation, age midpoint, and salary midpoint. So again go back to one of the server, like so. Again go back to the worker node, then go to your database, and we have multiple records here. Okay, so we'll make change to one of this. So this record will clone. I'll change the number, and sorry for the cut. So I have found out the record that I'm going to replicate. So the record is 46371. I have replicated it, and I'll change the ID of this so that it doesn't conflict. And here we have the profession which we are going to print it on the screen in the one of the query. I'll change this to Kubernetes and I'll save it. So with this updated data, we will run the program again and quickly see what output do we get. Before that, I'll clean the pods, submitting the application now. So I'll wait till this completes and then we will look at the logs at the end. Yeah, so this is done. So what I'll do is I'll quickly see the logs. So this is the pod. I'm going to redirect it to view. So one of the query where I modified the occupation of the user from mobile developer to K10. You can see it here. It has been read from GPFS and shown to the end user. So with this I'll conclude the demo.